do? What's the point?
Fight.
I'm ready to fight. I'm ready to fight, and I'm ready to fight hard. See, I used to do karate, and I was tough. I'd take a guy like this, 3 on 1. That's my mother, should say. So, I came here to do business tonight, and it's not in the natural. It's spiritual. I have a message. I want to talk to you about spiritual warfare. And I'm dressed like this for a reason. Because people do funny things in the natural when they're ready to fight. See, when it's time to fight, this is what we used to use. I mean, I used to train real hard. We used to use these things for pads. But when it comes to, like, Daniel-san, and wax on, wax off, you don't use pads. Because it's for life. The idea is not to protect yourself. The idea is to hurt the enemy. So, that's what we're all about. As Christians, Christianity, I want to talk a little bit. But this is going to be not really very long because it's going to be a 2-part thing. I want to talk to you about spiritual warfare. I want to pump you guys up and let you know that you guys are in a battle whether you know it or whether you're not. Whether you're active or whether you're passive. Whether you look like a fool like this or whether or not. We're in a warfare. We're in a war, man. And I don't like to lose any kind of war. I don't like to get beat up. Man, when I was in the world before I got saved, I was big in karate. I went to 3-4 times a week. I was working out. I was going to Jean-Claude Van Damme was my idol. And I had a void. You see, I had nothing else to do with my life, so I had to fill it up with feeling tough. I had a lot of insecurities. I had a lot of inadequacies, and I covered it up by being tough. Now, whoever has been in a fight. So everybody, how about a serious, like, verbal altercation? Like, serious, like, words, maybe not physical. So everybody knows what I'm talking about. Everyone knows about this concept of doing battle. Let me give you an example. We are created to do warfare. You see, what I'm talking about right now is not just, hey, stop, hey. See, no one likes to do that. No one likes a wimp. And God didn't create us to be a wimp. God created us to be warriors. God is a God of war, of warfare. And if we serve Him, we need to be a mighty God. And we were created to warfare. We were created to want to fight and battle. You know how I know? He'd do stuff like that, and then the next one he'd do, the romance scene. To show the tender part. See? So that's the theme that always goes on. You like that, right? Yeah, quicker. No! You don't know. There's always some kind of theme. So, what's the idea? Why do women read like all kinds of romance novels? Because they're like they love to see the guy meet the girl and live happily ever after. They fall in love. He didn't really kill that guy, and William Watt in real life maybe he did, but we pay actors to act something out so we could just feel good. Ah, wasn't that nice? Oh, wasn't that special? But that's because we desire to watch that romance. And why do guys like sports? So in other words, there's an inside thing built in us to want to have that romance. Always, whenever you're watching a fight in school or anything, you always want someone to win. Come on, Johnny, come on! Put him and get him a body bag, yeah! You're into it. You always pick a side. Some people usually pick the good guys. I happen to always used to like the bad guys. I like when the bad guys would win. But I had a side. See, I was created, and I didn't even realize it, to want to do battle. I was created to want to get into competition. When there's no competition, it's very boring. It's like Chrissy likes to play Scrabble for fun. She doesn't like to play points. Well, what's the point then? There's no competition. There's no point in really excelling. You know what I'm saying? So there's no point in anything if there's not any competition. All right? We were created to want to do warfare. We were created, that inner fight that's in us. A lot of people you know have a desire to fight, and there's no reason to even fight. They just have that. They're just aggressive. God's put that in us. But you always got to remember, we're going to be talking about spiritual warfare, so there's got to be a balance. We're going to be talking about fighting the devil, because who are we fighting? If there's warfare, see the Bible says, listen up, the Bible says we wrestle not against flesh and blood, but against, against spiritual things, principalities, blah, 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 blah. So what's that saying? We are in a battle. You wrestle not against flesh and blood. It doesn't say, well, whether you choose to be a spiritual Christian or a warfare Christian. Some people are they're known as, I'm a warfare Christian. I have a deliverance ministry. I go and I do warfare wherever I go. And that's not what Jesus really did. Jesus was a warrior, but he had a ministry of reconciliation. In the process of going to reconcile people back to God, a demon would come along, and then he would do warfare. Then he would put on his war paint, like William Wallace in Braveheart. Then there was not time to play. Then there was not time to put his arm around the children and say, I really love you guys, I like being with you, and laughing and dancing like he did. Then it was time for the warrior in Jesus Christ to come out. It wasn't time to play games. It's the same thing at work. I'm a boss, I have 280 people in my department, and I happen to be a very fun, down-to-earth, good kind of boss. But when there's something that has to be done, when there's business that's not getting taken care of, then it's time to flex. Then it's time to show you who I am, and you're not doing your job, do it or you're fired, or do it or you're in trouble. See, there's all different sides to us, and you guys have to understand you have a side in you that's hidden deep within to be a warrior, to do battle in the name of the Lord. And let me tell you something, if you're not doing it with the Word of God and all these other things, you're going to get beaten, you're going to get your tail whipped, and you're going to get beaten up by the devil. And let me tell you, we have to know that it's not okay to have deliverance ministries. Everything that I do is like, see, balance is, well, some people are possessed by the devil, some people aren't. A proper balance is not, I have a cold, the devil must be attacking me. My car wouldn't start, must be the devil. I have diarrhea, the devil really got my stomach. That's not proper work. The other proper balance is, oh, that's not the devil. Oh yeah, she's foaming at the mouth and burping up blood, and that's not the devil. It's just, oh no, there's so much she's cursing, and she's got Tourette syndrome. It's diagnosed, it's scientific, it's diagnosed. It's not a demon. See, that's the wrong balance on the other side. Nothing's the devil. Nothing's ever the devil. The devil is just that nice little creature who has that tail and the little thing, and you can dress up as him in Halloween. When you play Halloween and you do all that, he's a cute little guy. See, that's not the proper balance. The right balance is the devil's out there to destroy you, but we have authority over him. But not everything is, well, how do you know what's the devil and what's not? Well, you ask God a lot of times, and they'd have pads like this on, but it still hurt. So the idea was, after a while, I knew it was going down low, up high. I knew what that enemy was going to throw my way. And it's the same thing with the devil. We know exactly what our downfalls are, and as we start building ourselves up, and as you start practicing, you don't fall for that same thing. Not only can you defend what the enemy throws, but they can sneak in a little punch, a little jab, and then you're getting aggressive. So it's defense first, and then it's offense. So now, where are we getting to? Authority. We have to know who we are in Christ. In warfare, if I was a wimpy little guy and I never studied martial arts and I put this uniform on, makes me look like a martial artist, and I go out there and ready to fight. Come on, fellas. Come on. I look like a martial artist. I got the pads, I got the look, I've got everything, but if I don't have the practice and the experience, I'm going to get my butt whipped. And that's what a lot of Christians do. They think, well, I have the Bible, I have the name of Jesus, I have this, I have that, but you don't know how to use it. So our authority as Christians, man, the reason why many Christians aren't involved in spiritual warfare is because they don't know who they are in Christ. They don't know that they're forgiven. They don't realize that I tell the devil you got to go, he's got to go. You know, you ever see those like weird things, like people possessed, like remember Mike in the Passion Play? Doing all this stuff and breakdancing and stuff. Jesus didn't have to, he didn't have to yell and spit and scream. See, Jesus doesn't have to do that because loudness, being loud doesn't determine authority. Jesus could have said, in the name of Jesus, get out. Same way, because he had the authority given by the Father. And it's the same way, if someone comes into my work and they're doing the wrong thing, I can say, you're no good, you're fired, you're the worst employee, or whatever. You're fired, you're fired. Or I could just say, you know, what you did was really wrong. I'm sorry, but I have to let you go, you're fired. See, I still use the same authority to let that person go, but there's a way to do it. And if you have authority and you use your authority, it doesn't mean you have to be a crazy, possessed maniac. It just means you know who you are in Christ and what you could do to the devil. And he is scared to death of you. He is afraid of what you can do to him, not because you're big and strong, but because you have the Word, and you have Jesus Christ, and you have the blood, and you have the angels, and you have the Father, and you have the Son. You have so much going for you, it's like almost impossible to fall. But the thing is, you gotta train to be warriors. And that's the point of my message. Are you going to be warriors, or are you going to be wimps? Are you going to bow to the bronze? Hey, the world will say, third place. Third place? Yes, you have bronze, you have silver, and you have gold. At least I'm not. At least I got a bronze. And that's acceptable to the world. That's fine. But to me, that's you just bow down to the bronze because the bronze is the best. Gold is the best. And platinum's even better than that. So, are we satisfied with just being satisfied, just being okay Christians? Or are we going to be warriors, and man, are we going to defeat every... You know how it's easy for me to be a good Christian? You know the secret? I was telling Chrissy this the other day. The secret to being a good Christian for me is simple. I don't like to lose. I don't like to lose at anything. So when I know that there's a devil trying to destroy me or trying to fool me or rob something from me, I get mad and I fight it. If someone's yelling at me or someone wants to get me in the flesh, I can think for a second, well, the devil would love to get me mad. The devil would love to see me just curse and whatever. But what would make him the maddest? If I praise God. So that's spiritual warfare right there, doing the opposite of what the world expects. Because that makes them mad. You know what's a cool thing I do in customer service? I deal with a lot of angry customers. And when they're telling you off and they're threatening your mother and your dog and your father and you're this and your ancestors are that and I'm going to beat you up, I'm going to blow up the building, I'm going to send hate mail, and they say all that stuff, and then you know what you say? Oh, well, how can I help you? You turn it around with kindness. And it shuts them right up. How can you fight somebody who's being nice to you? So now there's a lot of things that I want to cover. You're in a warfare. You are in warfare. Natural nature. The first thing, that's sin. Start small. We'll bring out the quarter stick. Not very much, just a little quarter stick. But what it could be used, this could be a very deadly weapon. If I got caught with this in my car, it's nothing. It looks like a bamboo stick to a table or something. But it could be used as a deadly weapon. Once for defense and once for offense. When you start using it and knowing how to just block and jab, then there's nothing you can't do with this thing because it could be deadly. That's when it becomes a deadly weapon. I could use this beaver as a deadly weapon if I knew how. Your fist. I used to read all these books, 1,000 deadly blows to kill a person just with your bare hands. You know, you punch somebody in the nose, and it sends this cartilage here up into their skull and it kills them. See, this hand could be a deadly weapon, and this little stick could be a deadly weapon. But what does it do to the devil? I could, get out of here, devil. Get out of here. No, man, depression's not going to get me. And then you can move on. Intimidation enough for me. I mean, you want to fight? Oh, pull this. Oh, you win. That's it. That's intimidating. I don't even know how to use this weapon. I mean, it's scary enough, and that's something. Sometimes devils are so afraid of you that they run just because you're around other Christians. Well, I can represent this. You're around other Christians. You look strong. The devil's not going to come near you. But then you whip this thing out in regular warfare. That's it. Simple little. Alright? And what is this going to do in spiritual? This is the weapon that no one would mess with me. Because real quick, I can have it tucked in. No. I whip it out. Boom. That's fight. Awesome. Now probably, because I really don't know how to fight with weapons, someone would probably punch me in the nose, I'd drop my knife, and they'd stab me with my own knife. It looks good. It looks impressive. But it doesn't really do much for the enemy. And then you don't have to know how to use Chinese stars. So
Just please don't.
Someone with an apple. Anyone have an apple? And there's all different kinds of weapons, and they're kind of fun to play with. But what are they for? You tuck these away in your belt, and then an enemy comes at you. I don't know many Americans who use this, but ow. Nice. Oh, actually on the hop. It works on a hop. It's a weapon. Or you can bust out the scariest weapon that is known to man. This will scare any enemy. This will send someone running in fear just because. It's a picture of Mike Russell and Ronnie Pagdale and little Paul Bauer dressed up as a little Mexicano in the background. So what I'm going to do is pass this thing around and see if it doesn't scare the pants off of you. It's a little Mexicano. They have Mike Russell dressed up as a McDonald's man. Let's pass this around. You gotta pass it around. So that to me, if I was an enemy, would be very intimidating. So, you have your Bibles, turn to Ephesians chapter 6. Ephesians 6. Let's see what the Bible talks about warfare. There's a spiritual battle. And I'm going to read it out for you just a little bit. I'm going to paraphrase it and cut it down. Where's that picture at? Listen up. Finally, brethren, be strong in the Lord and the power of His might. It doesn't say take karate and learn jiu-jitsu. It says be strong in the Lord and the power of His might. It's talking about warfare. So that you can put on the armor of God so you may be able to withstand the wiles of the devil or the attacks of the devil. In other words, he's saying if you have armor on, You ever see those big armor body suits? Well, you're going to be able to withstand pretty much. The only thing that didn't protect was, I think, the back and somewhere like in the neck. But if I